Hi Pisces, this is for you. Thank you for joining me. Karma on deck. I'm Karma. It's been some heavy stuff going on with other signs, so let's see what you guys have going on. We all interact with each other, so maybe yours isn't so bad. We'll see. Alrighty. Pisces, this is your March 3rd through the 9th, 2019 tarot reading. Let's see. Working hard. I'm seeing projects. Ooh, you are much better than my Aquarius people. They started out a little rough for this week. You, my friend, are the flip side, the opposite balance in all things. So you have lots of opportunities coming up this week. I have the Fool card that tells us crossroads, decision making, opportunity. Things are just going to keep popping up. Your course may change. I do feel like you're working hard. Your schedule's kind of tight. The Nine of Wands tells me that there is some projects that you're knee deep into, and you're a big decision maker and a lot of this stuff going on around you. So we have the Ace of Swords, and that's telling me like the rubber meets the road kind of thing. Two of Swords in between decisions and trying to make the right one. This is balance. You don't feel like you can win. However, you've done all your studying, right? You've got your material, your evidence, your data. So you're collecting it and you're making sure you make the right choice. So you've already been down this road before. The Moon card is a major. For those of you that don't know what a major is, major card is like boiling water compared to a volcano. So the major card is a bigger deal. So if we have a major card that tells us that there's a lot more energy surrounding that activity, event, or conversation or relationship. The Moon card, though, in this one really talks about where you have been and compared to where you are now. This is what I call my map card. It's where you take a map. Like, you don't know where the fuck you're going if you don't have a map. Like, you can guess and you can wander around, but mapping really takes into account where you've been, what you've currently accomplished against what you used to have, and then about where you're headed. Fear drives some of these things because you don't want to make a bad choice. That's why you're collecting data and being super smart about it, which I like. The only thing that I can say is one of two things for you. The Emperor comes up, which either you're being too forceful and independent and not listening to advice, or you're working with someone who doesn't have a tendency to ask questions before they make decisions, which makes things difficult for you. If the Emperor is coming up and you are the decision maker, it's not time to take anybody's counsel right now. It's time for you to just take some big moves and make these decisions happen. So it's a little bit on a little bit on either end of the spectrum there. I do feel like you have a very easygoing week coming up. I do see some vacation planning and getting TFO here, getting the fuck out. Some of you, though, are moving, in the middle of moving. The Seven of Coins tells me this is a local small move, either that you're moving an office, a business, or home. Complicated, messy, and you've got a lot of gossip going on for some of you. This is the flip side for just mild, moderate little bitching. This isn't anything significant because neither one of these are major. That's small time stuff. But I do have the Sun card for you. The Sun card talks to us about balance. And you definitely are or about to be this week. So we have all the signs of the zodiac and the yin yang in here. And we have our dragon and we have the lion in the middle. This is the heart of courage. I don't know why I really like Wizard of Oz analogies sometimes. I apologize for that, but we do have our lion in here. And the Sun card talks about like bringing forth what it takes to get things done. It also has, some secrets coming forward to you this week on that card that you have been looking for the answer to. Ooh, and again, I got the Hermit. Remember, I love when I say things right before the card comes out, or I see the card before it comes, because I was saying it's not time for you to take other people's counsel. And I have the Hermit card. And I love that because you know yourself and you know what you need. The Hermit doesn't necessarily mean hiding out or being antisocial or being goddamn a monk somewhere. It usually means just like keeping your word to yourself. It also means keeping your word to yourself. And it means sometimes that you know what it is you need to do and you don't need any input, feedback, contribution, or any of that shit from some people. You know what you need to do. So that card is your confirmation that you absolutely don't need anyone else at this phase in your life. Or this week, I should say. We're not doing a big life reading, but at times you can feel a little restricted and stuck. So that's temporary. Nothing is really truly binding right now. Everything's going to be loosened up and free. Yeah, King of Coins. I know you're distrustful of people right now. Let's not forget Mercury in retrograde is coming. I was just talking to Aquarius about that, and we were saying how, Mercury comes and a lot of people get stuck in the whole idea that it's going to be shitty and it's going to be terrible and it's going to be a rocky road. And it may be, but if you take the stance of, like, personally, I take Mercury retrograde, and I don't know why you guys need to hear this because I didn't do this before, but hear this. Mercury can be terrifying. I'm always a little anxious the couple weeks before it comes up because typically I feel it ahead of time. Exes come around, conversations are coming up I wasn't ready for. I just kind of feel it like a storm rolling in. However, now I look forward to it. I'm at a place in my growth where I feel like I'm excited to see where the rubber meets the road. I'm excited to see someone show their ass, you know, like, let me see your true self, because it's going to happen in Mercury. Even like little ass mistakes. I remember little things that pop up that couldn't possibly have been showing me something, but it did. My ex called me one time and I hung up talking to him and it rang back. What are the chances that when it rang back, it went to his voicemail where I found some things that I was really grateful to discover. However, there may be some things like that. Electronics like to screw with us during Mercury, and sometimes they're for our better good. Greatest good, best interest, whatever. Use my words and get the idea. But anyways, so sometimes it really is just an exposure. It's an opportunity to see where the rubber meets the road and where your foundation is. I think we talked about foundation a little while ago. But let it clear all the shit out of the way for you and sit back and watch, because you, my Pisces, karma yourself a little bit. Yeah, he said it. So anyways, karma on deck here in Las Vegas. Come find me. I'm on Instagram. I'm everywhere. If you want a deeper reading or one for just yourself, reach out, email me, tell me where you are in the world. Let me know how your reading went, and I will see you guys next week. And this has been so fun. So I will be putting out a shit ton more content, and this is really, I'm having a good time, and I appreciate all your support. So I will see you next week.